night, and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside, blew his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm good, I would need, I would die, 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 I would need.
3, 2, siren, Collingwood win, Carlton are out of the finals. Collingwood have won in the most dramatic of comebacks.
Winning is not about the trophy and the accolades. It's about the grind. It's about the obstacles. It's about the challenges. It's about the pain. The reason I know so much about winning is because I've had to deal with so much losing. Everybody wants to win, but in order to know how to win, you gotta know how to lose, because you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win. But what do you gain from it? Your mind has to immediately shift back, because now you felt and tasted something that you can only get through winning. Are you willing to do it again? Just don't win in one arena. You win in your sports, you win in business, you win in your personal life. Other people win because you win. It isn't just about you. It's about being able to pull the team and show them what it feels like to win. I always say you can have fear, but you can't have doubt. Can't come back the same. Cannot come back the same. You have to come back different. You have to come back better. Winning wants you to be different. Winning requires you to do different things. Winning requires you to think in a different way. Winning speaks its own language. Winning has its own way of recognizing you. Winning wants you to write your own story. Stop looking for steps. Those steps are infinite. Find your own path to winning. Because as the late, great Kobe Bryant said, winning is everything.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the Jumper Punch for 2023. If you haven't joined us before, I'm Rocco, that's Marcello, and now we have SEN's very own Paolo Sebastiani. How are you guys?
Very good, mate. You?
Good. Seems like we haven't left the couch.
No, mate.
Oh, no, I would say good. Nah, not to be back in Melbourne.
Oh yeah, because we all went on we did. We went on we went to our second home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You don't want to come back.
Nah.
You don't want to come back.
No.
But
I loved the holiday.
Old mate started on the SEN.
Yeah, no, he's like now
Properly.
doing big things for SEN, mate. Doing big things. We're loving it. Loving something to do at night.
Something like that.
No, it was always going to happen, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Welcome back.
yeah, welcome back. You know what? We actually got video of us when we first. We haven't seen each other for ages.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Well, I know. Jesus, how long?
Yeah, so me and you, Vince is a big part of the Jumper Punch.
It's been a
Yeah.
while since we've been on the
So
couch.
us four, we hadn't seen each other. So we got some video here. So let's have a look at this.
Here we go. They're all sleeping. Look. Look how they all take turns.
And look at them. They've all got a little bit of a puncher too, man, after Christmas.
That's the best. Oh, God.
I can't identify their genders.
No, we're just.
I think they're all girls.
they're just people.
I'm pretty sure they're all
They're
girls.
just people.
Humankind.
Yeah. Beings.
They're just
Yes,
people.
babies.
They're just people.
It's already started. God.
Oh, you know what?
What?
One thing doesn't change.
What's that?
Coffee.
Am I going? Are you ordering?
I'm going to order.
Okay.
Good order.
What is
What's the number?
No, no anymore.
I've got to
until it
change it, mate.
changes. Hello. Yes, it's Rocco from the Jumper Punch. Yeah, I know. You knew. Yes. Yeah, we'll mention you soon. But for now, bring the coffees. All right, done. 3 coffees and some low carb sugar biscuits.
Low carb sugar.
Low carb,
Basically,
low
just
sugar.
eat air.
Yeah. Communion bread.
Laria.
That's
Just
it,
eat
yeah.
Laria Fresca.
Collect.
Yeah, let's get them.
Low carb sugar biscuits.
Here we go.
Seaweed.
Oh, see,
It's pretty much seaweed. I love seaweed.
I love it too.
I love it too. I buy the
There we go.
packet.
He
Yeah,
hates it.
Hey, look at this one. Well, a little bit of the, of course. Some things do not
Has
change.
it been reinvigorated?
Oh yeah.
He nearly lost it.
It's been fermenting.
He nearly lost it after round
been
22.
fermenting,
Or was
has
it
it?
round
Yeah.
23?
It's been fermenting.
Yeah, no, definitely had to like. Well, the tiger.
Yeah, nearly ran away after round 20. He didn't want to be with you
No,
anymore.
but then he had man, he was full. I had to like milk for ages, man.
I think he was depressed.
I think
He was
he's
in
like
his barn,
8 coffee
like,
today.
Yep. Yeah, colic.
Bit of
Salud
cow.
to the
Cheers.
first
Welcome
drink of
back.
2023. Salud.
To
There were
all
you.
our supporters.
Cheers. That's a good one.
Very good. So we're back. So we are back. So today
Yes.
we've decided to come back just for a
Get together.
get
Air raid.
together.
A little informal.
Bit of air raid, welcome,
Yeah.
inform
Informal
everyone
chat.
what's
Yeah.
going
Bit of
on.
news going on as well.
Just shit talking.
Isn't it funny? As soon as the show comes back, bang, everything
Yeah,
explodes.
there was a bit of news. So listen, we're not gonna mention any sponsors or anything, so that'll come in the first show on the
Just a chat.
14th.
It's just a get together.
Just to get together, but just so everyone knows, there's some new, there's some old, we got some big things happening. Just
We've got some new recruits.
there
Some
is a
new
new recruit.
recruits,
There's a
yeah.
really big recruit,
Yeah.
a really massive. Oh, we got recruit in people and we got recruit in sponsors.
Yes,
Like
yes.
we've moved the next level. So
Unlike-
everyone get ready.
But we recruit the right people, unlike Carlton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. We do
go.
our due diligence.
100%, man. We don't stuff around. That's where I am, man. We go for straight to the top, mate. This year we're going to be doing like memberships. There's
Yep.
going to be prizes.
Yep.
So in the next few shows, we'll get all that up and we'll work it all out.
Keep
But
tabs
everyone
on that.
get ready. Yeah, and that's it. And so this is pretty much just a get together, and we're just going to have a bit of a chat before we
See what's
go
going on.
into what we're here
What we're here
about.
for, yes.
How was Japan?
Nah, I didn't want to leave. You know when people get
You
sick?
love it, don't you?
Yeah.
How big are you in Japan? Like, you're a big guy. in
I'm like
Japan.
2 people there. Maybe 3.
Unless you go like to the sumo.
No. But no, yeah, I should go compete with sumo. Fucking oath. I'd probably be a superstar. Nah, caters to all.
Yeah, no, it's gross. Well, when I went to Thailand, my second home there, and above.
Oh, you
I'm
be
ahead of-
like tall,
It's
yeah.
unbelievable.
When you're in the train in Japan, you see all these
It's like
people, and you're just
you're
dwarfing them. And I'm not
you're
even
so
tall.
man. Everyone's so
I'm
small.
not
there.
even tall. Like I'm like 6 foot, whatever. But it's like it's not.
Sometimes I walk
Yeah.
in. Sometimes I walk into like a clothes shop and they look at me and they go, "No clothes for you."
Should just
No clothes
bend your
for you,
knees.
mate.
Yeah.
No clothes for you.
I remember actually I was in the train one time and with my mum and my brother, and everyone was short. So what I did is I got and I kneeled down, and all these like Asians, they started laughing. All these chaps, they're the best,
Huge.
man.
How's the trains there?
Nah, mate. If I could take the train to work every day, I would. Not in this
great,
shithole of a city, but yeah.
No, well, you know me. I drive trains. They're a joke.
Yeah.
They're an absolute
Junkies and all
joke, like.
that.
Yeah, no worries. 3 minutes, 4 minutes late. It doesn't matter.
No.
here.
There is 30
Over
seconds
there.
before.
Yeah.
They
Over
get there and then they leave on
And
time.
there's no like in Thailand, in Bangkok. There's no timetable. Just every 3 minutes there's a train.
Bang,
Free
bang,
will.
You
bang,
just walk
yeah.
up, there's
Yeah,
a train
yeah,
in
yeah,
3
yeah.
minutes, and everyone, and the other thing is, right, so everyone lines up. So they line up on an angle,
Yeah, that's
right,
what they do.
and they let everyone out, and then
they
you
go
walk
in.
in.
Yeah.
Correct.
Unlike
Not like here,
they just
you're
go
trying to
in.
get out, and
There's
they're
a lady with the pram trying to get out, and there's like all these people
the
going
worst.
through.
I hate that.
There's
on
no
red
respect
sport.
here.
No.
No respect here. The culture here is garbage. And it's like even when I was walking down the escalator to get out of the plane, and I'm looking, and there's the people just scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Like in Japan, like my brain was still accustomed to Japan. I'm to the left.
Yeah, 100%.
And
they've
I
got
let
signs.
people go down.
They've got signs that you stay to left like cars, man. Everyone has got this like
They're
routine.
just efficient.
It's
Everything's
it's
efficient.
a culture of respect.
It's a culture of respect. It is. It is. They respect their elders. You know what I mean? It's all about that. Where so, but apart from that, it's good. I went over to Thailand. I got to meet and I stayed with Joe Lutza.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yes, from
How's he going?
the Blue. Very good, very good. Actually, he's going to be doing a special little segment for us next year or this year.
Yeah.
So wait for that one there. He's so we'll get to see a little bit of Bangkok.
Okay.
Bangkok. All the good
Bangkok
bits.
Joe.
Waiting for someone.
Bangkok
to
Joe. That's what we'll call it, Bangkok Joe. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we were going to be really abroad, Carlton abroad this year. Yeah. So
That was your off season.
and then I was going to say, and
Well,
you're off season.
it
You didn't
was-
go away, but
There
you
wasn't
had a
really
big.
much of an off season. Really, it's just been
But in career wise,
work. Yeah, SEN track. It's all happening. So we've had so much going on. Covered the FIFA World Cup,
yes,
which is a feather in the cap, definitely. Yeah, Jordan Canales and I and the team there doing a great job. So that was a lot of fun. Racing's sort of heated up and died down, and then heated up, and been doing plenty with SEN track on air, and it's all happening. And now footy season's just around the corner. So
footy season, it's going to be
overnights
huge.
are going to be. If
gonna be
it hasn't
interesting.
been busy from when I started till now, it's
Either way,
crazy. It's going to be
win
mad.
or lose,
Yeah.
the radio is going to be crazy, man. It's
So-
going to be
Always
crazy.
is.
Yeah, there's a few
Yeah.
little things on the horizons that I've got
Yeah.
going on with SEN too. So
I'm telling you, they're going to start calling it SEN.
be revealed?
SEN Carlton.
but
I'll tell you, that's all it's going to be. Yeah, you got some other projects that you
there's-
said that you're
there's
going
a
to
bit
be
going on there,
maybe looking into.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everything's just exploded. So and we've come back. As I said, man, it's like it's been 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
goes quick, doesn't it?
With 5
A
minutes,
month
yeah.
and 2 weeks, the footy season's here.
And that's it. And then we're going to start. So why don't we just let's do it. Let's talk. We might as well talk a bit of Carlton. Let's have a look
Let's
at this.
go. Let's
The wild world. It never stops, does it?
No, it's always a wild world.
It's always a wild world.
Yeah.
There's always something, and
There
things
is,
happen
there is.
today. We already know
Yeah.
about.
Wow.
Well, you want to go straight into that then?
Well, I guess it's a pertinent topic to discuss for those who follow.
Yep.
It's not just about AFLW. It's just about the club, really. They released their findings
Yeah.
of this review that they did post-season. Daniel Harford's just been sacked. We're recording this on Tuesday night, so this will go up in
I don't know.
days
yeah.
or whenever it'll go
Yeah,
up.
so, well, now you're watching it. You're watching it now. So we recorded it last week.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah, I'm still not there.
didn't they just...
They signed him for 2 years.
They signed him for 2 years. They just
Do you want me to
throw
read? Actually, do you want me to read out?
what a
the-
flip flop.
Do you want me to read out some of the?
flip flop club?
Do you want me to read out
like
the
this.
statement?
Yeah. How much do you want?
Nothing.
I know you're not going to be here for 2 years, but take this. Then you can go.
It's the biggest flip flop club.
So there was a statement released by Luke Sayers about the findings
Yeah,
and all
we
that,
saw that.
stuff, right?
Just read the main points.
There were
yeah.
two that got me here, right? In summary, the review also found that while staff were found to be of strong character, of integrity and passionate about football, there is a requirement for stronger leadership across key positions within the program, with a key requirement of this being for the senior coach position to be full-time.
But wasn't he full time? What was he?
suppose he
Part time.
Well,
What was he? A casual.
you pay part-time wages, you get part-time
well,
results,
that's
my
true.
friend.
That's true. They want to make it. They want the AFLW
You're
to
paying
be.
fucking
The
bananas
other one
to
that
get
got
monkeys.
me, you know, the other one that got me. I'll
Well,
tell
it's
you,
a monkey.
this is the other one that got me, and I put up a thread on Twitter about it. Right, there was a statement in here that said a clear vision for the AFLW program is required, containing a definitive direction and goal for the program across the immediate, short, and long term. Who sets that?
Kinnersley.
Isn't that the board?
Let's not start on it.
Failure.
So, and I put up so if that, honestly, if I was the president and that was a finding in the review,
Failure.
I'd honestly be sending an email or having her on the phone and saying, you can tender your resignation now.
Has she ever spoken?
No.
Nah.
Do you want me to
Don't
read
these
out my...
people-
See, I've
speak?
heard it speak.
Well, when she got
I've heard
elected.
It, no, I heard her speak once. It was on an AFLW.
Yeah, it was at half time.
Yeah. She
Nah,
came
man,
on.
that's
Well, up by
shit.
like 5 goals and lost
Nah.
to the Bulldogs. And they
right.
they asked her,
After she
hang on,
came on,
well,
that's
and
right.
this is also in part of the journalists too. They asked her nothing about football. They just asked about the Carlton Respects program.
Nah, that's garbage.
Anyway,
Well, how did they punish her?
well, they didn't.
They made a vice president
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
whole football club.
Yeah. So this is what I put as
amazing.
my AFLW thread. And I didn't want to start this with a. No, it's not a rant, but well, it is kind of.
Oh well.
I didn't
It
want
is
to
what it
start the
is,
year
it
like
is.
this, but like it's just so happened.
But they
that
just
this
come
is-
out like I
But
didn't
everyone knows how vocal I've been about
about the
this. Yeah?
AFLW. Yeah.
Everyone knows how pissed off I've been with how it's been run and how we're 7 years into it and we're behind everybody.
Yep.
But it's just it's almost a chasm as to what's going on at the club and what's been happening at the club for years. This is what I said. I go, so the coach goes, where is the accountability for the board member who leads the AFLW program? And in quotations, a clear vision for the AFLW program is required, containing a definitive direction and goal for the program across the immediate, short and long term. This is part 2 of the thread. How has Paddy Kinnersley, as the first board member of the AFLW program, not implemented in the years since the inception of our AFLW team what was quoted above? The onus is on the board and executive management as much as it is the senior coach. Culture, standards and high performance are not set by middle or lower management, it's set by those at the very top. I've still got grave concerns for the AFLW program if a whole program approach isn't taken from top bottom. There is a stench within the playing group that football finals and premierships are not the only concern. That stems from the top of the AFLW leadership who have never fronted up or spoken candidly about football to the Carlton family. Accountability is a beginning, acquiring talent comes next, setting on-field targets which are the priority for the program after that. 7 seasons in and we are already behind most foundation clubs and new expansion clubs. The only faith in this decision and going forward is the club CEO knowing what it takes to reach the top. Onwards and upwards with trepidation.
Very good.
Well, who are they going to get?
I don't know who they
I don't know in that world. But
It's not just
As far as the
this is,
coach.
mate, I'll tell you what.
talk about coach.
oh, everything.
Anything.
Anyway,
The players.
It's
are
not
dog
just
shit,
the
aren't
coach,
they?
right?
Aren't the players shit?
Well, it's not even that the players are shit. Like we said this last year, like 20 players.
but they
left
got
in
rid of
2
all their
years.
best players.
That's what I mean.
So
20
they're all
players left in
garbage.
2
This,
years
all
at
that
the
is
moment.
all that is cultivated from the top. I don't care what anyone says. The coach can only do so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, on
Of
field,
course.
the buck has to sort of stop with him. But what's going on at the top? How has the board and the program cultivated such a program that has led to the decision to hire him for 2 years on a contract, right? To sack him halfway through, for players to walk out, for there to be a toxic culture within the AFLW program, for there not to be a long-term, short-term and medium-term vision.
Then they
What
signed
is
him
going
again.
on
Then
there?
they signed him again.
They signed him for 2
Yeah,
years,
2
and then they
years.
got rid of him
After.
halfway through.
You're like,
This is what bugs me
but
as well.
I'll
People
tell you
say-
why. I'll tell you why. Because their focus isn't football.
Well, that's it. And
It's
you know
not.
what the problem is?
As much as they say it is.
No, but they
It's-
don't. But they don't.
They
But
don't.
they don't.
But they say that the AFLW program is a big part of the club because it's all in their membership. The
Yeah, okay.
it's showing that they are saying it's
Right.
as equal
Basically,
to the members, aren't they?
I'll tell you why. Basically, the team's there for inclusivity. That's it. Basically,
yeah.
that's what it's there for.
They're saying it.
Because they don't play. They don't care about the football. They don't.
No.
If they really cared, you wouldn't have
I
that
told
happening.
you the team. All it looks to me, what it looks like from the outside in, it just looks like we have a team there for the sake of having a team.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all it is.
And because
right?
it's
marketable,
Carlton.
right? Okay.
Carlton. That's why.
Right. Now, people saying, oh, you know, they've done such a great job with the facilities, state of the art. It's not that hard to get that government funding.
No.
Josh Frydenberg's a man.
But that was-
man.
yeah, that was
Liberal
done ages ago.
How many Labor? I mean, our sports minister's a mad Carlton man.
Yeah.
It's right in the middle precinct. You've got all these facilities around there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Nah, it wasn't none.
It's natural. It's going to do. They're going to make a facility
100%.
there. They're going to do it up anyway.
100%.
So
100%.
it's a
You know-
big club anyway. It would have gone that way.
Yeah, 100%.
So, and the government's always going to be wanting to fund women's initiatives now
100%.
because that's just the way it is now.
100%. They've got to be-
That's the trope now. That's the whole push,
Have to be seen
which
to
is
do it,
fine.
of course.
That's great.
Yeah,
But,
no,
like,
it's good. That's what we want.
Is that
but we
what
want it to
we're-
be serious.
Is that what we're like? You know,
Yeah,
do,
but
do,
if
do
they're
we have?
if they're failing,
Hang on, but do we have when we go to the grounds? Do we have like state of the art facility flag?
No.
It's
coming.
We've got a new scoreboard.
It's coming. It's coming.
We've
mate.
got new
what
treadmills.
they put an LED screen on the side of a building. Oh, this is the state of the art. Like, come on, man. Like,
So anyway, that's ran out the way. But
Air raids.
my concern is that this is not going to alleviate the issues.
No, it won't.
That's
We'll
my
see.
big concern.
no.
Well, I'm going
It's deeper than the senior coach.
Of course it is.
Way deeper.
Of course.
He's
way
just
deeper.
a scapegoat.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, again,
correct.
it's a scapegoat.
And you know
job.
where he's going to be? Joining him again
Yeah.
at SEN there.
That's why you can't talk.
Paul
about
and
it
Half.
too much.
No. See, but half's not my issue.
No,
I
it's
know,
not the
I know,
issue.
I know.
That's never been.
Of
People
course.
who
It's the
have-
program.
It can't be.
I'll criticise. Oh, you know, you got to criticise him because he on-field results, and he's probably.
I'm
the
sure
first
he's
to
gonna
admit that.
take it,
He's
of
been
course.
Like, mate, oh,
Well, he
it's
has
not been
to
good enough.
because it's
But-
a win-loss caper, isn't it?
But who are the decision makers? How come they get away scot-free?
All right. So this is where I'm going to move this on.
Yes.
Right. I'm going to move
Let's
this on.
wriggle on, shall we?
Because now you can ask those questions at the AGM. That has just been
okay,
announced on
yes.
the 21st
Yes.
of February at 6 p.m. It's going to be at the club. So you're going to be able to go there and ask questions. Now, they're also going to have it online, right? But you won't be able to ask questions online, yeah? So they're
Okay.
going to do online, but you're
Yes.
going to be able to go there. So the AGM. So
Okay.
no one's going for the positions because there's been no announcements. So there's
What do you mean?
well, there's going to be no voting for
No.
any of the positions.
Oh, on the board.
You're on the
okay,
board.
right,
Sorry,
yeah,
on the
no,
board.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
No one's
of course.
objecting.
Okay.
No, well, unless they come out with something now.
I might.
We haven't heard anything, but it's only well, that's it. So then you can ask these questions because say
Yep.
is the president, right?
Yep.
And there she is.
And I'm not asking it with malice or spite.
No,
It's
no.
not. I don't hate.
Well, that'll be
anyone
one of the
like
questions, Paddy. Kingersley.
Kingersley,
I'm-
yeah.
Kingersley.
What accountability have you
I hate
taken
that.
for the
I can
decisions
never
that
say
you've
that.
made,
Yeah.
which have all been wrong? How has this quote come out? Isn't this your role? Isn't this your? How have you let it cultivate to this point?
Yeah.
Well, how
not
did you
gonna-
let
and
20
I'm not-
players
that
go?
excuse-
20 players?
That excuse of
22
expansion.
years,
In how many? In 2 years?
22 years. That
I
excuse of
understand.
expansion and wages and all that, that's a
bad.
cop out. It's wrong.
It is.
It's not right.
It
And
is.
my counter argument to that, my rebuttal to that would be like, well, isn't it up to you to create an environment where people don't leave to go to other clubs because of this
100%. 100%. And we said this last year. Then they were saying like, players left for money. But doesn't that mean we got more money? Shouldn't that
Correct.
attract someone then to us?
Don't you get big players?
Why are they leaving for money? Why are they not saying, nah, look, I love this club too much, I don't want to go for that extra cash? Because the intangible benefit I get
Yeah,
from being
100%.
here
Money's just an
far
excuse.
outweighs this.
100%.
They're not
yeah.
happy there.
No, they
They're not happy.
and
I reckon that some players
you
took
know
less
some
money.
of the female players have come out and said what their feelings have been about being at the club. So,
Oh, yeah.
So it's not
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
secret.
yeah.
It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's going to be
No
this
doubt.
AGM so
No
people
doubt.
can go along there.
Yep.
You
And I
probably-
reckon if you've got any...
You probably have to register or some shit
No.
to go. Or you can just go in.
Well,
Have
apparently
free
you
will.
can just go in.
Just
so.
keep tabs on that. Go on the Carlton website. Check
Yeah, it's
your
all
emails
on there.
as well.
Everyone
your
got the
junk and
email
spam.
today.
If you have to
Oh,
register,
did you?
register. But
Oh,
I'll be
I haven't
there.
checked that.
What time is it? 6 o'clock on the
6
23rd?
o'clock on the 23rd.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Come say hello.
What's that?
Vince is going to be
Of
there.
course Vince is going to be there, mate.
Is that a
Of course Vince
Wednesday,
is
a
gonna be
Thursday?
Vince
there.
has got already some questions he's going to ask straight away. But yeah, they'll all be there answering our questions. So you got all your board members there: David Campbell, Lara Carey,
Yep.
Tim Lincoln,
Yes, from Lincoln.
Greg Williams,
Diesel.
Paddy, and Bob Presley, is it? Or
Presley. Rob
Presley.
Presley, yeah.
Yeah. whatever.
Who say he's going to be
Sayers,
there?
of course.
Yeah.
Well, imagine he's not there.
No, he'll be there.
No, he has to be there. So
He's been pretty good with all
the only thing I'll say about that, it's very interesting that they've had an AGM in February.
Usually end of the, no.
Should be in December.
season,
But at the end of the day, in February, no one's making changes. No one.
Your questions from last year are like gone.
Yeah, no, it's gone. It's
Like
gone.
for the most
But
part.
smart move.
Ours
by
are
him.
not
You do it
like
there.
that.
It's not much you can do. But anyway, so everyone come along, and yeah, that's it. What about the main theme? Come on. They've had a couple of training sessions. We went there. We went to a couple of
The
training
first person I was thinking of every time there was a handball or something was him. He'd
Yeah.
just be vomiting every
Yeah.
time, like clapping handball chains. Like
Grovel.
What would he have said when everyone clapped when they were doing the laps?
Oh god! Get behind your team. You know, it's nothing wrong.
Full
with
on
that,
clapping.
Come on, man. You know what? I'll allow the clapping when you're grand final week and they're training.
I
alright?
allow clapping for like kids and women. Men, sit back, shut
Nah,
up,
just kids.
and watch it.
Nah, just kids.
Nah, the kids. No, it was good. But look, the training was good.
I'm sure
The first-
everyone's faster, bigger, stronger.
Yeah.
You know, he's
I don't really- There's
massive.
nothing that much to take out of it.
Malakis.
I don't think there's
I
much
like
much
the only
out
one.
of it.
The only thing I
Walsh
took
is
out
running
of it,
again. He's
Yeah.
not dead in a casket.
The only thing I took out of it was Hollins, the
Oh,
young
yeah.
kid. I like him.
Yeah, well, apparently Holland's looked all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he
So he could be
superstar
good.
already, or
Well,
We'll find out.
I don't know. We'll find out. But
He's
no,
elite.
he did look good.
Nah.
You know,
Is he tall? Is he
what
big?
I took
Elite?
out of it
Good
is
winger, good size.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a winger.
Nah, he's a good
Skinny, but
winger.
like you know.
Look, I didn't even watch the draft. I never know who we drafted. All I know is I
Yeah,
hear
the winger.
Hollands. That's it.
no. Look, he looked all right, and you know, like we've recruited.
He definitely zoned out. I don't blame him either.
Who's that?
Oh,
We all did. I didn't do nothing like
trade
four
week,
months.
I don't know who's where and what's going where. I actually don't know who's where. So
Vince.
when we verse these clubs first time, and I see a player there, I'm just going to who's this dead shit? How did he
Well,
go?
what
there?
I got out of it, because you know, we went to the training and it was a bit of fun. We caught up with people, so that was all
that's
good. But
That's great.
Bucky and Wow.
we caught up with Bucky, Terry,
Johnny Holland,
some
Terry.
supporters. You know, we
Go
met. Hey,
Go Can. Caught up with him.
yes, go again. Yeah. What I was going to say is, so they do a little bit of like match simulate. And
Yeah, all
it's
that.
all good.
It's all
but what
black,
I get out of it is to see who's on and who's not on the track. You know.
Yes, that's the one thing.
That's the thing. So there was a few things I noticed. Martin, even in the second week, just went out and had a few kicks. So I don't know
So
what's
he's dead
going
again?
on there. Well, I don't
Nice.
know. I don't know.
Fantastic.
People like Kennedy is a bit of a
He's
worry.
training up in Sunshine Coast.
Is he?
He's there, yeah.
Oh
So he's
yeah,
been
my
training.
uncle saw them going. I told him to trip them over.
Oh, that's right. I think
They,
Kerner and all that, so he's-
yesterday they left. Yeah.
So he wasn't
that on
there.
Snapchat.
But Marchbank, I mean, he's on light
Training
training.
Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah. So,
But
but
those
he
guys,
wasn't.
they're
on
always, you've got to change something up
Yeah,
because they're
have
always
to.
injured, mate.
Far out.
McGovern didn't. I didn't see him in both days, but apparently he killed it on the Monday when we weren't there. You know. So, but
Whatever that means.
and apart from that, yeah, Walsh.
Apparently
doing
Walsh
much.
is playing round one.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready. Nah, look, he stepped it up a bit and ran
he'll
half
be a long
pace now.
time
But
away.
listen, I heard from the start, you're not going to get him back till
Midway.
But we've ruled him
midway
out for the
plus.
Midway.
Yeah.
Midway.
Yeah.
We've ruled him out for the first month, whatever that means.
Yeah. So,
Whatever that means is whatever it means.
so look, to even like talk about what
Did they stop
what,
snapping it from 3 metres out?
Yeah.
I don't know, really. I'm not too sure.
Nah, they didn't do any snaps.
No,
That's thing.
probably would have been like more signing and shit, taking photos.
I mean,
The
it's all,
second week was a
it's
full
all
on.
the, you know what?
Full on, yeah.
It's all the young kids and all the
Of
ones
course.
that we haven't really seen a lot of that I'm.
Of course, that you want to see.
I'm excited about.
People like
the
Mollop
old-
and that, like they were looking good, you know. Like everyone, I heard a few people go, "Oh, you know, look at how they're doing." I mean, they did do a lot of stoppage work. I noticed, so
That's
they're
all we do.
really working
There's,
on.
you know
That's
what?
the game, that's
the
what we
difference
do.
between the training sessions in the past compared to now is that there seems to be an intent,
There
and
was a little
purpose
bit.
to what they're actually
There was a
doing.
little bit.
You know, which
Kerno,
is stupid to
Michaela,
say
the
because it
Cribs
should
look
always
good. They
be,
all
but-
look good. They all look good, but it's no different to last year. But to even talk about like what round one's going to look like, mate. Let's
It
wait.
doesn't matter. Like and even me, like, and I was saying to you, and I'm over like, oh, we're going to
Yeah, I
be
know.
2-2 or
I know.
3 and this and 3. Mate,
It doesn't
I don't-
matter.
I don't care.
What does it mean?
anymore.
Waited 2 and we still missed everything.
I don't care. I'm not
It
doing.
matters week one of
You
the
know what?
finals.
I'm not doing any of that anymore.
No.
I'm done with it, mate.
No.
I'm going to look at the fixture through. Oh, we're going to win this. We're going to lose that. We're
Nah,
going to.
you
I'm
can't.
over it, mate.
Everyone
I wanna
predicted
see-
we're going to beat the fucking four
You know what I
teams. We're
wanna
going to
see?
beat and we beat no one.
You know what I want to see? I want to see performances. The Arteta. I want to see performance. I want to see a performance.
Well, to me, like, also I've been hearing, like, people, you know, like, there's videos out there and people talk about, you know, like, we got to get more percentage and they got to run along the wing 6% more and they got to do that. Yeah, whatever. Leave that up to them, you know. To me, it's all about mindset. And I've always said that, to me, we've all played sport, right?
Yep.
I've played seasons
us. Yep.
of sport where I've gone into the season and, mate, we can't lose. And then the next year, same team. We're playing the same opposition because it's always the same teams you're playing, right?
Yep.
And we can't win a game.
Yeah.
And you just feel it within yourself. You're waiting for someone else to take it on and
Yeah.
that. To me, Cohen's on a knife edge right at the moment.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
it could
yeah.
go either way.
We're seesawing.
You know, like if
Oh,
we
yeah.
start well and confident, I can see us really do something. But I'm worried that if we fall away, we're a bit fragile. That we
yeah.
could just fall away and go.
But we've always
"Oh,
had that because there's the nucleus of players that we have is
100%.
still from
100%.
past and present. They're losers.
why I wanna see
They're a
these
bunch of losers.
That's
They
why I
are.
want-
And they're fragile.
Yeah.
So they can
And when
easily fall away.
Well, like you saw it last year in like 3-4 different games, Melbourne and
That's
all
why I'm
that.
happy to see these new kids come in.
Hopefully
and I want to
bring
see
in-
them start to play more often.
Well, hopefully a few of them will get games. If a few of them get games, we're doing all right, you know?
Well, look, to me, I don't give a shit what team goes out round one. I don't care. I'm not
Doesn't
predicting
matter.
him there, whatever. He'll know the best team. He'll know what he's got available, and he'll put them out.
100%.
And you do the
They got a
job.
job to
And if
do.
you don't do the job, you failed. You're not good enough.
And you go again.
Yeah.
Go again. And if one goes
Tinker.
out, next one comes in. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that. It doesn't matter who's in
You're
and
going
out.
to cop injuries along the way. It's simple. I don't care.
you are. Yeah,
Anyone that
well,
thinks, oh, yeah, do we ever have a full list? No one ever has a full
Never.
list.
you know,
Never. It's never like...
some more so than others.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You get lucky with your bigger players that don't get injured for longer. You want to stem the flow. If they get injured, it's 1 or 2 weeks, not 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Plug the gaps up, as they say.
100%. 100%.
But the thing is, we did it well last year, I thought, with the players that
Bloody
were
oath.
out. But they just failed in the end. Even when they come back, well,
Yeah.
we weren't. They
But
just
that's
weren't
what
good enough.
I was so happy last year with the first half because we did have injuries.
Well, they just
And
weren't good
and
enough.
and we covered them, you know, like it wasn't too bad. And then at the end, like, we started using those injuries.
Is there and,
You use it as an excuse.
Yeah,
and
well,
you've got
fall
to,
back.
You've
You
got
can't
to be
do
open
that.
to both sides, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be open
Yeah,
to say,
definitely.
okay, well, is there a tipping point that we reached last year where we just went because you just can't deal with what we went through? You
Yep.
lose the core of your midfield engine.
Yep.
Goes away.
Yep.
And it probably hurts you in the last couple of bits of games. Okay, fair enough. But then you've also got to look at it and say, well, hang on a minute. We were down to our bare bones and we were in winning positions in all those games.
100%. Especially the last
And it
two.
wasn't by like 2 points. They were up by
Yeah.
like 3, 4, 5 goals.
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's
And
Against
especially the last two
Collingwood.
games, and
It's a
especially
good lead.
against the Collingwood, where I've heard people come up to me, yeah, but we didn't have Hewitt, we didn't have
yeah,
Kennedy,
but
and
Hewitt
we didn't have Walsh.
Hewitt wasn't there to get us 5 points in front.
100%.
Yeah.
We were 25 points in front without them.
So the
last
saying
quarter.
is, right, so the thing is that those players that were used during that time would have got experience in those moments.
Yeah.
Had those players not have been
Yeah.
injured.
100%, yep.
So do
Does
they
that
become,
make us better?
Do they become better for that? You don't know.
Well, that's what we don't,
You don't know.
We don't know because each individual's different, man. What are they going to take out of this? How strong are you to move into that next level? Like, are you the one who's going to take control? Are you the one who's going to step up next? You know what I
Can
mean?
you deal with? Can you handle the pressure?
Pressure, yeah.
Because the pressure's going to be on from the
Day
get-go.
one, yeah.
Not in the final 4 rounds. It's going to be on
100%.
as soon as. And let's
And the
not
pressure's
forget
on
too,
all of them.
We're,
All of yous.
we're not bringing in any momentum.
Nah.
We've got to wrestle it back.
We're coming from behind the eight ball now.
We regressed.
practically.
I felt like we
100%.
regressed.
It's almost like we've got
And teams know that we have that little
100%.
choke point now.
100%.
So
That's the worst thing about it too. Like that what we built at the start of the year, right? It was actually taken away at the end.
the thing is, now you want to see is that if they get in front, do we kick away?
Yeah.
Because we haven't
What's
done
one
that
thing
yet.
we didn't do?
And that's the thing that I haven't seen for a very long
And that's
time.
performance.
Yeah, and for long
That's
enough.
performance.
And is that killer instinct?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
for long enough to sustain that performance.
We haven't absolutely gone out there and murdered a team.
No.
No.
We had the opportunity last
A
year.
couple of times,
There
and
was
we-
the one against Hawthorn.
Yep.
And they
Yeah.
pulled it back.
Yep.
Was it
Port
Port Adelaide?
Port Adelaide.
And then the biggest one could have been Fremantle and set a real
Fremantle.
statement.
Yeah.
But they said, yeah, okay, we'll tweak the
they
foot off
pulled
the
us back,
gas.
and then we failed the week after
St
that
Kilda.
one. Yeah,
And that was it for me.
that was the big one. Yeah. So these are the
Yeah.
problems we've got to fix. you
No,
know?
they are, and
You'll
Yeah.
know that there's turning points. You can feel it.
we're talking about like that. Go from 10 goals up to
80,
like
90.
and to like murder a team.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Kill them.
Brutalise them.
That's what you want.
So
Don't feel sorry.
Courage and hunger is just not enough,
Nah.
mate. It's,
It's
not,
not.
enough.
It's not.
It can only get you so far. That's mate. What
Show
our dad
no
was
mercy.
saying.
You have to.
Kill them when they're down and keep
100%.
going.
You
Because you'll let them
don't
back
give-
in.
Don't
And we did
give
it
a
last
sucker
year.
an
You,
even
why
break,
you know
man.
why I was angry in those last 4 weeks, and I know I kept going back to Arteta because I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, they didn't
After
want it.
that Adelaide game, the words,
No, they
the actions after it,
Yeah.
the way that they approached it all.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen.
For me, it was always that St Kilda game.
Yeah, the St Kilda game. Yeah, I mean, there's
And
many.
you know we're going to get
the
themselves up for
Collingwood
the
game.
Collingwood game. They
Yeah.
were always going to get themselves
Of
up for
course.
that.
But they're
without a
easy,
doubt.
those games. They're the easiest games to get yourself up. You don't need to build any hype.
The one-
But they
it's
weren't
the
up for
crap
long
teams.
enough.
You have to build
you know
yourself up
the
against.
one that got me was the
Brisbane game where you
the Brisbane game.
50 points up and down, sorry.
and peaked that from a mile away too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Terry said to me, no, go mate, I'm telling you, they're going to get flogged this week.
Well, this is the thing, man. Like in that last 4 weeks, everyone was going like, yeah, but we'll get it against Collingwood. That's what,
Doesn't work like that.
what do you mean, man? We had our chances, right?
Yeah.
We just let it go, man.
Yeah.
Like now you're waiting for that last breath. You know, that's
Yeah.
what we were relying on. That last breath that
We were
gonna get
drowning.
So what happens now? Do they become better for it, or do they?
No one
completely-
knows.
You don't, and in all probability,
It could get.
it could go the other.
The other way.
It could get worse. You just don't. You just don't know.
The knife edge, man. I mean,
How are they dealing with handling pressure in the preseason
100%.
now?
Because
What are they putting in
like,
place?
Training can only give you so much.
of course they can.
It can only take you out of so much
Which is
out
all
of training.
but replicate
Yeah.
the muscle movement.
Correct.
Grab ball, bang, you
Yeah.
got half a second to get rid of it. Bang, you got a second to get rid of it. Bang, make those decisions under pressure. Because let's not forget, a lot of our leaders under pressure last season
They
wilted.
failed. Yeah.
Of course.
Wilted.
Some of our great leaders.
Yes.
Doherty,
Doherty was
Turnovers.
a big one.
You know?
multiple times.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Bad.
Yeah, I know.
Not just him, but you
No,
know,
no, just him
Cripps
as
at
well.
some points
Cripps,
as
I
well.
must
Even though he
admit-
did win the Brownlow, there was at
100%.
some points
No,
where
no, he's
he
a
thought he was
star. He's a
Goliath.
You know, star. But
But that's the thing, you can't take that out of him. That's the
No,
problem.
that's his
No,
game.
no,
You know what the problem? And actually, no, not a problem. But I do like that Doherty's going to sling himself into the midfield this year. I like that.
through necessity, kind
I'm
of.
a
But
bit-
I think it's a good idea.
I like it because sometimes our
We've
midfield
got no
piss
choice,
farts around
man. And
with
I
it too
think our
much.
defence
Too
is
handball
looking
centric.
all right too.
He just can't kick.
Yeah,
Well, that was his. That's one of the things because we
You can't,
again we
yeah,
talked
I'm
about.
sorry, but you just can't teach kicking. It's you either
He's
got
such
it
a
or
good
you
kick
don't.
from the back line.
That's why I love to keep him a halfback because that's his position.
the thing is we've got to fill this Walsh.
no, I like him on the ball. I liked him on the ball in the last two games.
No,
Because he's-
against Melbourne, I thought he was just fucking. How many turnovers do you have?
He had a few turnovers. With Collingwood.
Even
you
the
know.
second
Collingwood.
half was enormous though. Against
Yeah, I
Melbourne.
know, but like if you're enormous,
get the
but-
balance right.
Yeah, it's just,
Of when to bomb and clear the ball out. And
he
when
just
to
does it
dish
too
off.
many
I
times.
think the team there has to be a lot more rotations going on too.
Yes, correct.
100% from the
Yes.
back, from the middle.
Well said.
Like I think we
Well
relied
said.
I think
on.
they need to use Saad.
Oh yeah.
I've been
Mate,
saying this. He's the most explosive player in our team. Use him more.
Won all the time. I hate when people win, but he did. He came first. McGovern came second in the time trials and that. So
Which time trials?
like the running, you know, the best.
Oh, those running things around.
laps,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He's the most. You only need a 20 metre short sprint in AFL, and he's got it.
Yeah.
They've got to find. They've got to find a way to make
incorporate
him get far more easier ball across
and he
halfback.
should, you know, I know he's not a goal kicker, but turn him into a goal kicker. Even if in a year he kicks 10 goals, that's 10 goals more than he had last year.
If he kicks 10 goals,
Broussard off halfback getting the ball.
Well, he does. It's not a massive goal kick, and this is what I'm saying. I know you want to change. I know we're going to change Doherty into a midfielder. Why can't we incorporate Sard more for halfback and kick goals? Because he can find another avenue.
We can use Sard as a more attacking weapon because we've got Akers in there now.
Yeah.
Who can plug up a
100%
defensive
Akers is the other one. And with Sard, well, apparently he's not a long kick, remember?
Bloke kicks 80 metres.
Remember?
And 5 metres off the floor.
He doesn't kick long enough.
Nah, you just need to open your eyes. As he says, painted on eyes.
Painted on ears.
On ears. But also I'll use painted on eyes.
Oh, he's a beautiful
Can we
kicker.
just stop with the wolf? It's a good idea, but it's just embarrassing.
It is a bit embarrassing, isn't it? The wolf.
But yeah, I think they just need to use him more because he's a dangerous player.
100%.
He really proved that.
He's the
last year.
We've got a
to
few
his own.
weapons.
It's a nice woofer at training.
Oh,
Came right there.
he come right there.
And
He did
then
the whole. Try stopping that, mate.
I want to see him more attacking. Not
Yes, I agree with that.
Not
100%.
too
That
far
I agree
behind
with.
and just bombing it. And
100%.
What you said, like with Akers, look, they don't know much about him and that, you know. But yeah, maybe we can start like, you know, like.
Well, you got 85 halfback flankers now. you got Williams.
Well, you got Williams. He's the other one, man. And
You got McGavin. I know he's not a half. He's an intercept player, but he can roll off.
100% he can roll off.
Even Marchbank, he can kick a footy.
You got
intercept, mate.
you got Sard, obviously. You got Doherty.
Doherty can roll back.
Another young kid we picked up who I like, Cowan.
Yeah, Cowan. Yeah.
Crossover. He's a good size.
Yeah, he's a
too.
good size.
Yeah.
So we've got 85 halfback flankers. I mean, use them properly.
Newman.
Newman,
I think
can
will
you-
eventually be
moved
waltzed
on.
out of the side.
I still think he's important. Newman,
No, but he's
because
good to
that
have
experience,
depth.
fucking
It's
oath.
good depth.
And he's got that nice kick that he can, hit
But you
through the
need to
middle.
have like what 2-3 good players, two good players in every position.
100%. And we got it.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Mostly around, yeah.
We're everywhere.
Not really.
Where haven't we got two good players?
Small, I'm meaning to come in
the forward.
Like if they to go out, I know nobody does, but like to come in and fill that void.
I
you
think
know
the
what I mean?
small forward is our problem.
But
but it might not be.
I personally think a Ford is it could be a major, not major, but it could get an issue. Like one of the big guys goes down.
Yeah.
I know you can swing
Lucky we got-
McGavin Ford, but
Lucky we
he's
got
not
the two big
he's not
ones.
that player.
But let's forget about injuries.
But I don't want to be negative or anything. It's just that
Let's forget
I think
about
that's the
injuries.
next.
Let's say
the next step.
everything like is all good. Everyone's like 100%.
Let's just say
and
it's
we're doing-
an average list, like an average injury list, like any other club.
Yeah, that's right. So you're going to have injuries in there.
Minimum
I think the
top
small
6.
forwards, but Mutlop got a little bit bigger by the looks of it. It looks like he's been training.
No, he'll come on because he's
improve.
another pre-season.
I
He'll come on.
like we liked him last year. I
Don't
thought
know about
Mutlop
Jack
did
Carroll. He's
Wow.
kicking under pressure, really.
Yeah,
Even under no pressure.
frazzled.
yeah,
I don't know, bro.
yeah.
Frazzled.
We'll see. Could be his last.
When he was doing the headlights, remember
Yeah,
against Collingwood?
Yeah.
Can't do that stuff.
Yeah.
You can't unteach that, bro.
It's already there. If it's there, it's there.
If it's inside, it's hard to get rid of. Yeah,
How can you? Unless he gets
You know
flattened.
what it's like?
If he gets flattened, he won't want to play again. But yeah, I don't know.
It's like people that hit dogs,
yeah.
and then they're always scared, scared, you know. And that's what I think he's a bit like, you know. He's always going to be a little bit scared, you know.
Yeah, interesting. I reckon Jack back up forward is a
It
massive
has
one.
to happen. He has to be that half forward flank, mate.
Who Martin? Jack Silvani.
We just
Yeah.
lost so much.
You need
We
him
lost
there.
so much. Mate,
Well-
our half forward was.
You need him there. There was no
That
half
hit up
forward.
at half forward
There
was
was none.
non-existent.
Well,
was
him
none.
and Martin now, you know. And Martin's like,
I
who
mean,
knows?
he's Martin. I just put a pen through him whenever he
didn't-
plays. He plays.
he didn't even train.
But Jack Silvani is the one for me.
Pit and net back is huge for us too.
Yeah,
I think
Let's not
so.
underestimate
I think
that.
so. And everyone that says like, oh, he had a shit second half, man, he came back. He wasn't
cool.
right. He wasn't right. But remember at the start of the year,
That's through way of the club as well.
Yeah.
That's on them too.
Then he had
I know it's
surgery
him as well to say I'm alright to play, but when you're No, I'm not there, so I don't have a clue. But what I was hearing, I'm like, how the fuck can you let him play?
Yeah, no, he
Getting
was
blood
right.
drained out of his knee and
Like,
stuff.
far out, man. Poor bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
think
hard
he's
caper, yeah, and it's elite sport, and yeah,
100%.
you have to be up to level.
And the ruck-
But the
the
thing
ruck
is, we even
position
said
is
it the first week. He come in and he's like, well,
Yeah,
why is he
no,
playing
was tough,
for?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough for him.
Against Adelaide.
It was two different players. It was really bad. I feel
The problem
really
was, though, he was too good at VFL.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's what the
but-
problem was.
Yeah.
He was too good at VFL to leave there.
The
So what
problem
do you
is
do?
that if he goes down again, we're stuck with the same problem then.
TDK.
Nah, I think
We-
Titi, just let him do the ruck.
I
He's-
understand letting him do the ruck, but I still
No,
think,
but he gets another. What is his fourth season
Yeah,
now?
yeah. And he-
more,
and he
like
definitely-
6 or 7.
I
What is he,
did
25?
I kind of
24,
watched
I think,
TDK a little bit, and he's got bigger. He wasn't getting pushed around as
Now,
much,
this is the year now.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the year now.
but it's still going to take him
TDK?
time.
Nah, this is the
Yeah.
year now. This
Well,
is the
it
one.
has to be.
Yeah.
This is the one.
This is the, you know what year this is? Contract year.
Yeah, I know. This is the one. This is where you're going to see him play absolutely.
Contractor.
Yeah,
And
everyone's gonna,
apparently everybody's going for him.
he might go. There's going to be one or two that will go.
Of course,
So be ready.
of course.
That's what I always say. You can't keep everyone.
Nope.
Doesn't work like that.
But let's build a team.
Correct.
that-
For this year.
that
For
you
this
don't-
year, he's here. So
And-
we don't care.
and
You know
let's
who I
build a
wanna
team
see?
that he doesn't want to leave.
That's right.
Well, and that's where about you've got to cultivate an environment
That's
so
right.
these players don't leave for
Right.
extra
Yeah.
money. Pat
That's
Kinnersley,
right.
hello.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think
one-
with the men, we're slowly doing that. We're still at this critical
No, I
point.
Now,
think
the
the men
question
they got
is-
more of a
hang
culture
on.
than the
Yes,
women's.
but-
Definitely.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
But
Not
are they-
because it's just men, and
Hang
I'm
on.
not saying that. It's just because
No, no.
there is a bit of like they spend a lot of time outside of the
100%.
club with each other and all that.
the club's
stuff.
been there
the
for
whole
ages.
season,
The
yeah.
men's program's been there since
and they're there
forever.
for the whole year and that. Like,
Yeah, no, but the women's been there for like 7-8
of course.
years.
I will
we
say,
played the first ever
Yeah, I know. It's
game.
sickening. It's vomit.
but I will say, are they comfortable being mediocre? Is that why they're staying? That they get paid the exact same amount
Well,
as
let's
they would
hope
at
not.
another club and they don't have to perform to a higher standard?
You'd hope
The
not,
men,
but
yes.
the performances says yes, but you'd hope
Depends
not.
on which players they are.
Yes,
There could
exactly.
be players that would be doing that. Yeah,
So-
I do agree.
But I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying it could be a factor. You just don't know.
If
The
that's
one-
a factor, we got to
Yeah,
get
well,
those players, and we got to
The one player, well, it's not just the players. It's what are you
Well,
seeing?
yeah,
at the
that's
top.
right.
The one player I really want to see on the ball this year is Zach Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real direct, really incisive.
Well, he took
Provides a different angle to the midfield with the left boot.
He took that next step last
Yeah,
year.
I thought he was fantastic last season. Really liked his
100%.
year. Yeah, there
and
was
he's
a little
another
bit
one
of,
running through the middle.
Yeah,
you
there
know
was
what I
a
mean?
bit
We
of
could do
a little
Yeah,
bit
get
of talk
thrown,
about
man.
him
Yeah.
being a bit
wing
You
middle.
can throw him, man.
a little bit soft, a little bit like
Yeah.
a little bit. Is he fair dinkum? But
No, if you
No, he
go
was last year. He was
Nah, last
fantastic.
year.
No,
He
if you,
showed a
I'm
lot,
telling
man. I was
you,
really
he
happy
went
with
back to what he was the first year we recruited.
Yeah,
him.
yeah, 100%.
If you
100%.
like cast your eye back, go watch a little bit of highlights from him, you go, that's the Fisher of when we recruited
He
him.
could be any-
He's
he
got
could be
balls.
anything.
He can go in. I think
He's
it.
super
I think it got
talented.
He's got
taken
that
out of him a
skill,
little
but
bit.
he's also got that
Yeah,
skill.
he's got a
lot of
knack.
talent.
He's got a knack.
A lot of talent. Yeah, no, I would like to see him play through the middle of the park.
Yeah.
this
And I
year,
think he
so.
will. And as I said
Yeah,
before,
more
I reckon
rotations.
there's got to be
7 to 8.
Yeah.
per game. You need
100%.
that,
Because
you
we
know?
came a little bit
Yeah.
predictable in the first half because we just played the same. It was
Yeah.
Kennedy.
And that's okay. To a certain extent.
And
But
that-
then when teams find you out or you
you
have a
get
niggle,
repetitive,
hang
right?
on, well,
100%.
we've got to do this, we've got to do that.
My
I think we were good at that throughout the whole year because we were making 3 to 4 changes every bloody week.
Yeah.
So,
But, yeah, that's
my watchful eye, and I
He's hurt.
think he'll have a better year this year than last year
Who?
because he was garbage last year. Chera.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my watchful eye. Is him. He's the
100%.
one. What is he now? 24.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
23, I think. No, yeah,
Whatever he is, here we go.
Well, you know what? He's going to have to.
Was it high draft pick?
Yeah,
Far
like
right.
one
High
after
draft
Dow,
pick.
1 or 2 after
High
Dow.
High draft pick. You're in the midfield. You thought you're a big boy. You got all the big bucks.
And then he got
now.
the big money to come over.
Last year he was a hologram.
Well, Walsh
This
is in
year,
there,
let's
man.
go.
It's time to really step
He
up
was,
into that.
Let's go.
I must admit, he was probably our best on against Collingwood in that last game
Bookends.
when everyone needed to stand
The
up.
bookend.
He
That
probably
last
he
game-
played 3 good games for the year.
When he needed to stand
Richmond,
up.
Fantastic.
yeah,
Yes.
He was fantastic.
but do that
Can't question
longer.
that.
He has to.
Longer.
Yeah,
Why are we
correct.
paying you 700,000? Well, whatever
has
you're
That
on.
game against Collingwood needs to happen.
You're just a big name. It happened 3 times
Needs to
last
happen
year.
more often
3.
than not.
3 times. It happened.
So what
Richmond,
you want off Chera is, do you want
I want 16
wanna-
very
you want-
good games.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, or do you want 6.5, 7 throughout the whole year? That's what you want.
Yeah.
He has to be.
No, he has to be sitting at least 7, 7.5
All
every
year,
game.
all year.
I don't want to say, like, you'll have a bad game. Everyone
Sure.
has a bad
You know
game.
what he's got to
be
do?
in the jumper
Pure.
punch votes more often.
Yeah.
That's what he needs
Yeah.
to do.
Every player has a bad game. I'm not saying you have to play
Of course.
23 outstanding games. No. It's give
More
me,
impact for longer.
I want, if he can play 15 to 16 good games, solid
We're in
games,
business.
7 out of 10s, we'll win more than we lose.
We're in business.
Yep. No.
Because then you're
100%
not
right.
worrying about, Walsh. Because let's be honest, anyone that says, let's not worry, shut your mouth, all right? Shut your mouth.
It's huge.
There's no one else that, there's only one other player that could probably run, or two, that can run the amount of, like, what he does in a game. 16K a game, 15, 16 on average.
Yep.
And just finds the ball at free will.
Creates
and can
change.
now use the football. He always could.
It's huge. Losing
Gets goals as well.
is
He kicks
huge,
goals.
but we have to adapt.
Correct.
We
I
will.
think
We have to.
hopefully we will. And that's where Chero should come into his own and say,
100%.
all right, he's out. It's my time. Let's go.
Well, Chera, Fisher has to step up a little bit.
I thought,
You got-
Fisher has to go to the same
Guys,
level as he
make
did
this-
last year.
No, but that's what's
and
happening.
go again.
But to make up Walsh, everyone's got to put in their little bit now.
There's no more waiting, mate.
Nah,
It's done.
it's
mate.
now.
You're done.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's what you're aiming for, mate. Flag,
it's already-
premiership.
You know, pressure's on Akers.
yeah, straight
well,
in.
he's, you know.
Yeah, straight in.
He's
You
not-
got
he's
him
not-
as a winger. You got him
Well, you
as,
get-
as a fairly big recruit.
No,
He's
but-
I
27.
wouldn't say he's a fairly big recruit.
No, but
He's there to do his
his
job.
output last year.
He's our biggest recruit this year.
Oh, he's our only, is he?
Yeah, I mean, what's he on? He's only on like fucking 350 a year.
Yeah, I understand, but it's
He's not
like
a headline player. There's not a lot of pressure on him. I don't think there is, but there always should be.
I think there's heaps of-
Regardless.
I
No, I'll
think-
put the pressure on him.
Man,
because
you
if
listen
you
to supporters, man.
Well,
All
we
they've
went
talked
out and got
about
him.
is
Yeah, we
Akers.
went out and hunted him.
No,
So-
but
Yeah.
there's pressure on him because
Fucking
last year give us that he gave Fremantle that performance. Everyone's
Yeah.
go, he's the best winger in the
Yeah.
league, rah rah rah
And we
rah rah.
chased him.
And so what? If you come to Carlton, you don't want to be the best winger in the league again?
100%.
No. You're the best winger in the league. Get to it.
Yeah.
Do the Ed Langdon or what's
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name?
yeah,
You know,
Langdon.
get on that
No, I
level
think
again.
there's heaps of pressure
because
on him.
everyone was putting him in the best winger bracket, and now that he's at Carlton, what our supporters are going to go soft? Go harder.
No, you got to go
And
hard on him.
Demands more from him. I want it again.
Demand more from all of them.
Not because it's your contract year and you play like a superstar. I want it again. Give me it
100%.
again. Because if you provide to be that winger that you were at Fremantle, well then
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you're not rotating
No,
that
no, I
spot
agree.
every single game
No, I
between
agree.
Cottrell and
agree,
and you're
100%.
putting Chera on the wing. You don't have to worry about putting Chera on a wing.
And it's the beauty.
You can
of
put him
100%,
straight through the middle again,
100%,
and you can rely on
Akers
Chera.
has to
That's
own
his spot.
that spot,
Yeah.
man. He has
Oh,
to
it's
own
not
it.
his spot.
like-
It's just you got to earn it still.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah, but he's got to
It's
own
there to
it.
take.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
He's
like
got
you've got the dragon down the bottom here, and you've got the princess, right? And every time you pull an injury, it's like a lever closer. That's
Yeah.
what that was us last year. It was
Yeah.
like gone,
Yeah.
gone. Eventually, there's a tipping point. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
So
I
I,
think-
don't know. Say for argument's sake, right? And I'm looking at it this way, right? This is how I'm looking at it, and I don't think anyone's addressed this deeply enough yet. We were down to bare bones last season, right? We're down to bare bones, right? We got to 12 wins. Should have been 14. Let's not beat around the bush,
100%.
right? Should have won those last two games.
100%.
So we should have been 14-8, down to bare bones.
Yep.
14-8 down to bare bones, right? Say that happened. It didn't. I know it didn't, and it,
Yeah.
could look like an idiot talking like that. But for them to get to that point, surely those players who got down to bare bones can improve enough to get us beyond that.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Mate, I'm telling you, mate. As much as there are no other clubs improving that are behind us that are going to leapfrog us if we have an average injury list. It's mate, come on, really?
Yeah,
Really?
No, I agree with you, but again, it's that mindset.
Yes.
I'm scared, like,
Yes.
and plus we've been burnt that many times
Yes.
now, like I'm just worried every year now. But
Yes.
it's that mindset, because if you look at it, we've got the players, you've got this game plan, all right. The coach is one of the most impressive footballers that have ever played the game, you know, as a captain and that. So you've got someone who's leading them. You've got everything. It's up to
Performance
the
is everything.
individual player and as a team, mate. And also those leaders. I was saying last year at the start of the year and the other year, our leaders, mate, they don't lead, man. And when I say lead, right, I mean Sticks Kernahan leading.
Selwood leading.
Selwood leading. Now, don't get me wrong, Cripps is a gun, and he really did lead well last year.
But there was only
but it's
one.
more than one.
Yeah.
It's more than one, mate. We have to get this team to like
Premiership standard. It's got to be a premiership standard.
100%.
That's we're not playing. We're not here to wait. No one's waiting anymore, mate. You've arrived. You're there.
You know what happens if you wait? You get squished.
You're gone, mate. See you later.
Oh, it can go like that.
And go like that, mate.
Like that year, you're not going to get that this year
No, it's
again.
done.
You
It's
don't know
done.
what's going to
It's
happen this
now.
year, but
It's now.
What's
We
any
need it
given
now.
Sunday?
Why can't we win that right
A half
now?
an inch too early and you don't
Yeah.
quite get there.
Yeah.
A half an inch too late and you don't quite make it.
100%.
Got to find
you
that.
can't now. You can't think about
And the
last year.
path
Last
is-
year's done. It's finished.
You know, the path to the top is never.
Nah, it's not linear.
never that. It's
not,
never-
No,
it's
it's not like
always-
that. It's gradual.
But that should never change.
100%.
That's your goal. Your goal is that.
100%.
Your goal is that 17th cup. That's your pinnacle, yeah?
Well,
That's what you're on the playing
Well,
list
if
to
you
get to.
play-
What are you playing for?
But the thing is, you look at Richmond. What about that year when they what did they finish 12 or 13?
The year before they won the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to
13th, I
Sydney
think.
by 120 points in their last game.
And then miraculously, they're winning 3 flags.
Mind over matter.
You know what I mean?
Set the standard.
And the players that are in that team, people are going, yeah, they're dead shits. But the thing is, they're all like most of them have got 2-3 flags.
But who
Now
set
they
the
are.
standard for that club?
Gale and all that.
Yes. What did he say?
100%.
3 flags.
100%.
That's what we want.
3
This is
flags
going
in the
on
next
what-
10,
that-
5 years. I think he said 3
the
flags in
goal-
the next 8 years or something.
The
5
goal
years.
does not change.
Yeah, he said, no, he said
3 and 10.
3 and 10.
3 and 10, wasn't it?
3
And
and
100,000 members. or
And they
whatever.
did it.
They got all of it.
We all
goal.
laughed. Especially the 100,000 members, we were looking like,
Our goal for a flag does not change.
100%.
How you get there, maybe. People might
So-
hop off on the ride, but the Carlton Football Club takes a different path. Sometimes you have a different drive. The goal always has to,
So
the
tell me
destination has to remain the same.
So why don't we say it?
They're too scared to.
Why?
they have to
they've
start
What are we
saying it.
scared of?
They've always been too scared.
But what are we scared
know.
of?
They don't have
I'm not
arrogance
saying
anymore.
that. Man, if I was leader,
They don't have arrogance.
Is
But
it
if
an
I was
under-
at a press conference, I'll be saying this exactly. I'll be saying, listen, our aim, we are not. We want to. We are
We
going to
will.
win the flag, and if we don't, I'll take responsibility.
And I'll
That's
resign.
it. But nothing wrong with that. But what are you doing? Oh, I want to win the flag. Not let's keep a lid on it.
And
What are
people
we
say,
doing?
"Oh, it's obvious. It's self-fulfilling. Like it's just obviously they want to."
No, put it out
It's not
there.
always obvious.
Put it out there, man. Put it out there.
Sometimes you just got to
I'll
manifest.
give you one.
It doesn't
Muhammad
happen.
Ali used to say, I'm going to beat you in the 4th round, and he used to beat his opponents before he went into the ring. He used to
fear of
put it in
doubt
their
in their
head
mind, yeah.
that in the 4th round, you're going down, mate.
Yeah.
He used to put it in their head, and a lot of times they drop.
fear of
Put it
doubt.
into people's heads. This is what we're here for, mate.
Is it an unrealistic goal at the moment to say we want a premiership?
No!
Well, if you got a playing at the mouth,
Coleman medalists,
bro, how many
Brownlow
times do I have
medalists,
to
all
do it?
Australians.
But how many times do I have to say it? Like, how can you have all that and finish
At
out
least
the 8?
The club
Out
has
the
said
8.
though in that document they said premierships. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Say it, say it, say it. And I know we always say, "Oh, I don't want to hear it." I don't like shut your
Yes,
mouth,
hear
show
it.
us. But I
I
want
don't
to.
care.
I want to hear it and I want to see it.
100%.
I still haven't really heard it out of their mouths.
No.
Oh, not the board. The board, I mean.
Yeah. Everyone's too scared of being criticised,
Like-
and they're too scared of being blamed for
I will
it.
say I must big up Newman and Motlop in the off season. They said, like we basically along the lines of we just weren't good enough. Like we have
it's
to
good.
take responsibility for what happened. It's just not. good
Well,
enough.
you weren't. The facts are there.
Exactly.
The ladder doesn't lie.
But you know what pisses me
No,
off
no,
about that is that you've said it after.
After, not
But
during.
at least it's
Yeah,
better
yeah.
late than never. But you should have said it straight after the Adelaide game.
Well, even Voss in his few press conferences later on, I liked what he was saying. He was starting to take a bit of blame, and this is what we want to do. So I was happy.
I still think even after that last game against Collingwood, he should have been vicious on them.
Yeah, 100%.
Not
the half
devastated and all that.
Nah.
I'd say like what Arteta did with Arsenal,
Straight
Newcastle,
rip them.
I'm spewing. We
Arsenal.
can't show that.
I know all the Arsenal
Rip
last
'em.
season.
Just rip them.
Second last game, they had two.
What did he say?
They had 2 chances to make the top 4. That was their goal. 2
No, they had
chances to make.
3.
Against who?
They had 3 before that. Oh, there were 3. What
we
were
lose
4
3.
points?
We drew a game or something.
Yeah, and then we lost the last 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crystal
Arsenal,
Palace and
same as
Newcastle.
Cardiff.
Arsenal drew, I think, that game.
Yeah.
Arsenal had 2 games to lock away top 4.
Mind you, we were in front. We were in the top 4.
Yes.
Same with Carlton.
Yeah.
Correct. And this is why I'm using it as the scenario.
Yeah.
It's the same scenario.
Yeah.
Faced Tottenham, their biggest rival, got destroyed.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0, right? Last game, the second last game against Newcastle, had to win because the week after Tottenham had Norwich, who were already relegated.
Yeah.
So that would have been, it was like, what was it, like
5-1, they won.
whatever it
Yeah.
was, yeah.
We lost
You have to
2-0.
beat Newcastle.
Lost
Have to beat Newcastle, lost 2-0.
2-0.
He was in the change rooms after the game,
All right.
ropeable.
Yeah.
This is
I
on
saw
you.
the clip.
Could have
This is on
killed
you.
somebody.
And he just said, he goes, now, shut your mouth and eat it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what should have been said to the players. This is on you.
It's your
100%.
fault.
You were up by 24 points in that last game.
And choke.
You had the fucking momentum. You had it all.
100%.
Now, shut your mouth
And
eat
eat
it. Eat it now.
Yeah. And digested all season, all
And
pre-season
wait,
now.
we're midway through the season. We're on 50 points. We're 5 points in front with a game in hand. Arsenal.
It's
on top of the table.
Their best ever start in the club's history. Better than the Invincible squad. Like, just... And this is where, like, if it goes right for us, it's going to explode.
I
Not
agree.
the other
I
way.
agree.
And they're the youngest team in the Premier League on average age. Youngest team. Arsenal we're talking about. Youngest team.
Yeah.
Not the most experienced. Youngest. That's crazy.
Yeah.
50 points. Halfway. They lost 1 game and drawn 2.
Yeah, no,
Crazy.
they're killing it. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They're on a
telling you.
wave. And that's the thing that shit me last year, is that we were on a wave and the momentum was
100%.
hot and they just didn't keep going. And that's where it comes down to here.
It comes
And they
down
didn't have that killer mentality.
Yeah.
To every team they go out and
And I
go,
will
we're going to
say,
kill you.
Last season, Arsenal and Carlton are like eerily similar.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of injuries. You know,
Very.
a lot of important players went down,
Very.
but they were there and buggered it. And it was not a case of, oh, it's okay, boys. We'll get
Probably
it
didn't
next
have
year.
the strikers. We didn't have enough. The strikers were they're too young. But
it's got to be.
stuck on.
It's boys. This is not good enough.
100%.
It doesn't
good
matter.
enough.
It doesn't matter how old you are. This is why I can't stand when people say, "Oh yeah, but he's young." And no, don't let him off. If you let them off now, you let them off for the rest of their career.
And the thing is,
Get on them now, because then
letting them off.
they know the expectation is shit.
You're not only
I wasn't good enough.
You're letting them off, but what are you letting off? I mean, this is
They've done it for like
this is
15 years.
But this is your
Profession.
life
It's
too.
your
Do you know
profession.
you've only got a short amount of time here?
What is the
and then
average?
it's all
What,
over.
what is it? 3-4 years?
It's 4 years on
Yeah, if
average.
that.
So some of those players will only play like 3
what
4
I mean.
years and it's all over. And the others, time's running out. Cribs, it's running out at the end of the
What
day.
is he? 28, 27? Sorry.
He ain't waiting around. He hasn't been waiting around for 10 years at that club, mate. No one's joined him.
Still hasn't played a final, and he's won a Brownlow. How does that work?
Mate, he's like
How does that work?
He's like Moses in the desert, mate.
How
Come
does
on,
that
guys,
work?
let's go. They still don't, mate.
No
They're all flopping about, fucking. They don't know what they're doing, stealing shit, going here, going there. He's like, guys, here, this way. Nah, they're still going. Come on, this way. Took them 40 years to figure it out. The Israelites.
Has there ever? I don't even know if there ever
Mate.
has. Has there ever been a Brownlow medalist that hasn't played one final?
I think maybe.
I mean, I
Skilton-
don't just want one final. I want a flag, but you'd like just think about it, deep it.
Bobby Skilton had 3 Brownlows, and I think he played in 1 final, and it was near the end of his career.
Yeah, but
so-
you got to deep that,
so
man. That's
about it.
crazy.
Yeah, it's wrong.
And this is why I say to people last year, how can you let them off for that year? You should be holding their feet to the
100%,
coals, mate.
100%.
Their feet should be burning. They should have no feet left
Yeah, that's 100%.
because
Shut
they,
your mouth and eat it.
they failed. Miserably, they failed.
Yeah.
They did. I don't care what anyone says.
And even with Arsenal too, like
They
he
failed.
He can vouch for this. Like I was like Arteta. I'm like I can't. Like I just can't do it. I can't do it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Then I watched that All or Nothing. Then I saw the results early this year. I'm like, I reckon this guy might be.
Yeah.
He might be something
I
special.
loved him since day one.
He might be something special.
Well, that speech that he did is like anyone, get on there and find it and watch it because we can't show
Arsenal,
He said-
all or nothing.
And he said, if you think this is the standard, you're living in another world.
Yeah.
He goes, you're in another world.
But also, when you watch that, because I've watched that a few times, look at the players, mate. Look at the players.
Eyes on him.
Yeah,
Look
but
at the
they're
on him, mate.
They're not shit scared. They know what they have to produce.
That's
They
what I'm
didn't do
saying.
it, and they're taking it.
You could see it
Yeah,
that
good.
they're taking it in, you know.
And they're burning inside.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Obviously, you burn inside when you lose. You know, you don't want to lose. You're gonna lose, but you don't want to lose. But it's just the way. I said it to him from the start. I'm like, just give him time. He just doesn't have the squad yet.
Yeah.
Because I knew by the way he was playing, his play style was like, all right, fuck.
Do you
it's
see
not
the
bad.
play style with Voss?
It definitely improved. I do see it.
I think it's a very good. I think it's very hard to beat.
I reckon it's very good. isn't it?
If it can get to the finals, if it can get there, it's
gonna be
it's probably finals football.
100%.
Yeah.
It is
It's finals football, but it's getting there and getting deep into the. You want to be in the top four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the top four, you
Yeah,
set
yeah,
yourself up for a flag.
Yeah,
If you're out of the four, I don't care what
forget
anyone
about
says.
it.
You're not winning
You
the
need
flag.
top four.
It's
Forget
it's
about it.
a
Almost
5%
impossible.
chance.
Well, that's
If
it.
that.
You know what I mean?
No, you need the top four.
So
you need the top
that's what, and this is what I say to him. I'm like, I doubt him, you know, because obviously we finish outside the 8, and because we just started so well. And I go, I'm telling you, if any other top 4 coach there or top 6 coach there, they would have had that team in the finals.
100%.
Maybe it would have been a different play style. I don't know. This is the game style we've got, so I've got to embrace it. And I just
look,
I think if
You
it,
knew this is the year for him.
yeah, this is
This
it.
is it.
If
This is
he
it, yeah.
fails, see you later, and the board can go with him.
Oh, yeah.
All of them can go. All of you.
All
No,
of you.
seriously.
No,
because
it's
if you're
true.
only giving him 3 years, that's how long you've given him. You set the target in 3 years.
And you haven't made finals.
Yeah, and if you haven't made finals in those 2 years, what's going to make it happen the next
With that
next
team.
year? Yeah.
With that team. No, I
And
agree.
that team's so
And
good,
the board.
full of the skillful players we have. So.
Next level.
And the
now.
board have to say that they failed.
Then
They're
they
the
did.
ones who picked the
I think
coach
they
and
did come out and
everybody.
say they did fail. Did they not or not?
No, but
Well,
I'm saying if we don't make finals
they can
again,
say it or not,
they have
they did.
completely failed.
What did say at the start of the year?
Finals. Yeah.
Did
And
they
they
make
failed.
it? No, that's it.
Yeah.
I
But
hate to.
that doesn't stop you from setting the goal this year
Nah.
of saying just because we were going to say top 8 first year, top 4 next year, or
You
whatever.
don't change it. It's
Mate,
not top 8
no,
now.
no,
It's
no,
top
no.
4. It's top 4.
top four.
Oh yeah.
That's the roadmap.
And what's top 4? Flags.
Flags. The roadmap is top 4. That was their roadmap. You stick to it. You can't waver. You can't go off path now and go, oh, no, we're going to
That's
go
what I'm saying.
galloping.
The goal doesn't
Yeah.
change.
There's no.
How you get there, Mike. Pathway's never that. If it is, like, great, well done, bravo. You've got it all right.
Very rare.
You know,
Very rare.
It's a big year. It's
path to the
actually.
promised land, mate. It's always this.
I know always people say it's a massive year. I didn't think last year was going to be like the way it
Well,
panned
you had
out.
us where we said. You said
Yeah.
in between, like, what, 7th
9th
to
and
12th?
12th. No, I had us 9th to 12th.
Whatever it was.
This year's a massive. This is make or break. Yeah, and if they don't make it this year, you will see players leave.
Oh, yeah.
It'll happen.
Oh, yeah.
It'll happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
If they don't make it this year, you watch.
I agree.
I don't want to get to the end of the year. I hate saying that shit, but it's just that's what I can see.
But that's like what we're saying is reality.
Yeah,
this is what we're saying.
I don't
If
deal
things
in
don't work
rainbow.
out, this is
I don't
what's
deal
gonna
in
happen.
Fruit Loops
It's not
and
about positive
thing.
or
It's
negative.
like-
It's just this is the reality.
It's reality. I live in the reality.
Am I more optimistic than I am negative this season?
What are you half? What is a half
Glass half full or glass half empty? No,
You're
I'm
half full.
No, I'm
Half full.
optimistic.
Okay.
I'm half
Yeah.
full.
I'm
I'm half
optimistic.
full. I've got some
Belief.
belief in them.
Well,
I seriously
if we didn't
do.
have any
I'll
belief, we
always,
wouldn't
as
be
soon
here.
as, mate, I'll always back them.
Of course, we'll
Doesn't
always
matter.
back
I will
'em.
never say you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. What we're talking about is that I have a fear that they might not be able to.
I've got that.
I'm not
fear
saying
too.
that they won't.
I like when they prove me wrong.
I love it.
You know.
I love it.
But I will never say before a game starts, like when people were booing Plowman before he went out.
Nah, that's fucked.
That's
I don't care what
ridiculous.
anyone. That's fucked.
It's ridiculous.
Anyone that does that pre-game, you should
No.
actually just drag yourself. No, actually, look to the floor, give yourself a fucking head snap kick.
like a
Just snap kick.
Like, get your head, look down to the floor, and kick up.
up. Just kick up.
up to the sky.
Give yourself a snap kick and piss
yourself a
off.
snap kick.
So, I don't want to say like don't boo them before the game. If they're down by
you know me about booing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't boo at all.
Wait,
You know, but
if they're down by 70 points at half time, by all means go for it. Go for gold, mate. I don't care. Because that means they've given nothing. They've given up all hope.
Yeah.
But if before the game, mate, clap the bloke. Fuck,
course.
way to put
Told
him
you what we
down.
said, mate, with the PA. It's got to start from
Yeah.
the PA.
Oh yeah.
That was the
Got
other
who you
thing.
got Gorringe. I mean, like, yeah, you're funny
Malakias.
off it, but get off there. Who are you?
Telling you, mate. That's another thing.
And they got Peter Lazy. He goes for 400 teams. And then you got who else? You got the other girl. Like, you don't.
She gets around it though.
Yeah, but
She's the only one who gets
they
around
don't give oomph. I want oomph behind it because it raises that crowd.
I want to hear
if
that.
the crowd
I
gets
want to
in.
hear what? I want to hear what? Let's
Con il numero 9, Patrizio! Cruz! Patrizio! Cruz! Patrizio! Cruz!
That's what I want to hear. Imagine that every. Oh,
I'm telling it just adds atmosphere and it creates a different space. And they go, fuck it, these blokes are hooligans.
100%.
That's what you want in a game. You want to be a hooligan. I don't want to sit there and go this. Mate, I want to be a gorilla like I am, but I want more gorillas because it intensifies the atmosphere.
Make it hostile.
Yeah. And imagine, I don't want to verse Adelaide at the MCG and they've got like 15,000 fans. We've got 20 and they're louder than us. Nah, man. I'm not saying have fist fights with them. But I'm saying
I got to
just,
fire up, lads.
man, I want to see, I want hunger. I want like everyone foaming at the mouth like a Rottweiler.
Yeah. And demand the best from
Yeah,
outside, man.
and it
Demand
will. It will.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
I don't know. Just you go up an atmosphere, but yeah. Anyway.
All right, I love it.
Our levels,
Fire
right?
up, mate.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to fire up, man. No, I'm really looking forward to this.
I'm excited for this year, regardless.
Oh,
of
yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm huge, man. I'm bloody huge, man. I got my new seats this year. I can't wait.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got some new seats.
done.
I was sitting right there, man. I'll be yelling as loud as everyone. All right. That was good.
Yep. What's the time?
How we going?
Okay, yeah, we're good for time.
Good for time? Yeah, because you're off to
Got a show to do soon. Another show.
SEN's very own.
Yes.
Paul, what is it? The overnight crowd?
Overnight crowd on SEN, your home of sport. Crystal clear
Clear
through the
through
SEN
SEN
app
app.
and your
Yeah,
digital
yeah,
radio dials.
100%. And you go through all the sports.
Bloody oath,
Well,
mate.
you have
Oh.
to
Bloody
I
oath.
know.
because there's
What's
all.
going on, man? Are you like...
Oh, shit. My microphone's become erect.
How excited did you get?
Oh, Jesus.
You got excited.
Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, no, that's good. SEN, so we definitely get onto that. Yeah. Hey, listen. We're not doing all the segments, but let's
What have you thrown in?
let's throw in this one here.
Okay, what have you thrown in? What have we thrown in? Does it want to work? Yeah.
Coming down the stairs. All right. So again, we're not nominating. We're not saying sponsors.
No.
But it's going to be very familiar. But we'll let you know. It's a very familiar thing. But we'll do a banana. Hey, listen. So forget about this. Is going to be off. It's completely different. Nothing to do with footy and that.
Okay, off
I
the
found this. I thought it was very appropriate for banana of the week.
Oh, okay.
So let's have a look at this.
So nothing to do with footy. All right, let's see.
Hold this, Kirk. Behold the atheist's nightmare. Now, if you study a well-made banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 ridges. On the close side, 2 ridges. If you get your hand ready to grip a banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 grooves, on the close side 2 grooves. The banana and the hand are perfectly made one for the other. You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip surface. It has outward indicators of inward contents: green, too early; yellow, just right; black, too late. Now, if you go to the top of the banana, you'll find, as with the soda can makers, they placed a tab at the top. So God has placed a tab at the top. When you pull the tab, the contents don't squirt in your face. You'll find the wrapper, which is biodegradable, has perforations. Notice how gracefully it sits over the human hand. Notice it has a point at the top for ease of entry. It's just the right shape for the human mouth. It's chewy, easy to digest, and it's even curved toward the face to make the whole process so much easier. Seriously, Kirk, the whole of creation testifies to the genius of God's creative hand. It absolutely...
Here we go.
So that was Ray Comfort, and that was Kirk Cameron. He was an actor, so he's a very
He was about to piss himself.
No, he's a very devout Christian,
Yeah.
Kirk Cameron. Yeah. So apparently the banana was made specifically for the human, the way it fits in the hand. So this is why banana of the week. There you go.
A man describing banana gets banana of the week.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. So there you go.
I don't really have one. I
I got one.
You got
I'm
one?
trying to think of one off the top of my head now. Who have we got?
Melburnians.
Which story? Which story?
The one where I was driving to work today.
Oh no! Oh, I've got a banana of the week. I've got mine.
How'd they
I've got
come
mine.
out?
Here we go.
Usually takes me like 15 minutes to get to work on average. You know, obviously sometimes there's a bit of a argy-bargy.
Did you take the freeway?
Yeah, I take the freeway. One tollway, bang.
the
it's all over.
tollway.
Tollway.
The tollway.
It's not a
Free, mate.
freeway.
There's no freeway.
No,
There's
freeway.
such thing
It
as
should have been
freeway,
free today.
Yeah.
Right, it would have been quicker to go through Bell Street. It took me. I legit left at like 7:30. I got there at 9 o'clock,
Far out.
and then I witnessed a car accident in front of me. Now this is the banana. What the fuck are you on your phone for?
That's the thing.
In bumper to bumper traffic, he was on his phone straight through the back of another car.
Good night.
And then I had
Good morning.
I had a dickhead behind me as well. An absolute dickhead, right? Uber driver, whatever he was, maybe from the airport. You know where they got the phone on the side and they're driving. But I was just looking at him and I was looking in my rear view and I'm like looking at this bloke and I'm like, I see him just braking late every time,
no.
every time, and because he's looking at his phone, so I had to. In my brain, I'm like, I have to get out of this lane. And then when I get out of this lane, he just went like he tried to get out of the lane and just cut me off. Flipped it. Just flipped it.
And this is the issue, man. I'm telling you, people with these phones,
Mate,
they're putting them up there.
Put the phone in the glove box and concentrate what's on the road. That's it. That's it. Pick your music, done. At the start of your drive,
dangerous, man.
and keep it in your glove box.
It's dangerous. And if you get pulled up, man,
What is it, like $500? You know,
no, it's about $800.
Is it really on the
Yeah,
phone
it's
now?
huge.
800.
They should make it
Huge.
They
and
should
it's like
They should
Three or
jet.
four demerit points?
Yeah, I
10
think it's.
points or something.
That- you know-
10 points.
I'm telling you.
10 points? That's nearly a whole loss of license.
I'm telling you, it's huge.
Is it really?
You know
Look,
what they-
I don't know exactly, but I'm telling you, it's huge.
You know what the fine should be? It should be a loss of license straight away.
If you carry your phone, yeah.
6 months gone. See you later. Bye. That'll make people think twice, won't it?
100%, yeah.
Or $5,000 fine. Now pay.
Massive big. That's
Oh well, you got to make the fine greater
yeah,
because people go, oh, it's only $300,
Yeah.
you know, or it's only 3 points.
Yeah.
Well, make it five. Well, give it $5,000
I
or
agree.
$6. See if they hold their phone anymore.
agree, man.
And it'll make everyone sharpen up on the road and
We've got to be
out.
harder. Gotta
Yeah,
be harder on
and that's
that.
what's wrong with today's society in
Yeah.
Melbourne and Australia. But I won't get into that.
Mine's going to the births, deaths, and marriages.
Oh yeah, tell them what you needed
So,
to get what you needed.
so I'm going to go get my renewal or go get my passport, right? And I've got all the documentation aside from my original birth certificate. In fact, I'm born in 1994, but all the documents and stuff that you got, they get misplaced, right? Moving house or whatever.
Of course.
So I don't have my original birth certificate. I've got a copy, but they don't accept that. Because when you go to Australia Post, they have to make a copy of the original,
Yes.
whereas I already had a copy. I'm like, well, why don't you just take this? Because you're going to be
You're
making
going to make
this
a copy anyway. That's right.
Oh, we need to cite the original. Yeah, because, you know, I wasn't born here and my father's original birth certificate doesn't prove that I was born here.
Yeah.
And I don't have and I've got a driver's license and I've got a bank card and I've got a utility statement and I've got this and I've got that. Okay.
Not enough.
Not enough. Need the original birth certificate.
All right.
Misplaced it. So I'll go on births, deaths and marriages. And I'll apply for birth certificate. Now you need to prove your identity. Right? Now, one way to prove your identity is a passport. Obviously I don't have a passport.
That's what
one
we're
of the
going
main
for.
ones because that's what I'm trying to get. You wouldn't believe what the other documentation is to prove your identity. A birth certificate. So now I was in a bit of a predicament. It's like, oh God, what do I do now? So I had to go through all these processes and everything, and they're like, oh, you need 3 or 4 certified documents. So I had to go to the chemist and I got my driver's license, my bank card,
Signed off.
my Medicare, my bank statement, and my Optus utility
that's right,
bill.
because they're only worth
All
little
certified.
points now, like
25.
30, 25.
Yeah, 15.
All
25
certified.
points, yeah.
So I got photo ID
Yeah,
certified,
BM certified.
Medicare certified, bills, bank statement, all certified. So now I've got to send it to birth, deaths and marriages to get my birth certificate, which is going to take 21 days. The passport is also going to take a minimum of 6 weeks because it's $350 and there are wait times. and to get a priority access, they slug you another $250.
Oh yeah, nice. Nice.
Beautiful process.
Oh, yeah, they love
it's
it, yeah.
just monthly. It's
So-
costly.
And you can't even say nothing to them.
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, birth,
I
deaths,
like
and
it.
marriages. That's my banana of the week.
Bananas everywhere. All right, I like it. I like it.
I didn't think I'd have one, but yeah.
Everyone.
No,
copped
there's
it.
always a banana. Everyone
yeah,
copped
yeah.
it.
So
All
good
right,
luck.
beautiful. All right, I thought we'd chuck in one more segment.
What are we going with? What are we chucking in, by the way?
Ma di che cazzo stai? Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare a te? Che bello! Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo ne so?
Market cats. We have to finish off with our market cats.
What do you got for us?
All right, let's start with this one here. You know, sometimes you pull someone out of a hole. You know,
Yes.
you're trying to help them out,
Yes.
and what do?
They go back in.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh no, yeah, I think I've seen this one. Carlton
Come on.
into the light, back into darkness. Oh God.
How cool is that, man? Straight back into. I bet you if he pulls him out, he goes straight back in again.
Probably.
Hey, I've got. It's very similar to Karen last year.
Oh, God.
And I've named this.
Yep.
Never celebrate too soon.
Never celebrate too soon. Okay.
Why you should never celebrate too soon.
Oh no, is this the full court shot? I think this might be.
Look at this. There's 0.6
Yeah.
of a second to
Okay,
go.
and they've all
It's
gone
just enough
bonkers.
to get a shot off. 0.3 is what you need.
Look at the cut.
Oh, look at that. Look at
From ecstasy to bloody
agony.
agony there.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this. It's perfect.
That's some sort of shot too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's banked it in too. Oh
Call
God.
the bank, mate. There's money in it.
That was us coming that last round, man. It was a little bit like halfway through
That
that
was
quarter.
Bucky at 3/4. Bucky
God.
ran over to us. Oh boys, how are you? It's great stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be seen after it. We're nowhere to be seen after it.
A mass exodus.
4 months later at training.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Shout out
That's
to Bucky.
right.
We saw him at training.
Yes,
anyway,
we
mate.
saw him at training. Yeah, hey, check out his videos.
Yes,
the
do
training
check out
videos.
his training report updates. They're very
Man, he's got this
inquisitive
eye-
and incisive.
He's got his eye. Look, I'm there. Look, in the
Insightful, sorry, not incisive.
Yeah, in the first one, we were sitting with him.
Yes.
And then when I watched his video, I'm going, how did he... I didn't see that. I was looking at the same thing, man. He knows exactly what's going on. So definitely. Hey, listen, you know how well I speak?
Yes.
Of course, man.
Well, mate, let me tell you, you've improved.
I have
Yeah.
it.
Tenfold.
Still can't say Kinnersley.
No, I can't say Kinnersley.
There
you go,
You got it.
I didn't think about it.
You got it.
So I've been taking like...
Elocution
lessons.
English.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good word, though.
How now, brown cow.
John O'Shea.
And I met this bloke there, and this bloke's taking lessons like me. So let's have a listen to him.
Listen, yeah.
Beninging.
Oh,
In the beginning. In the beninging. Yeah. In the beginning. Yes. In the beninging. In the beninging.
Does he get it?
In the beninging.
How is a little jiggy dude trying to get it?
He reckons he got it then. I got it in the Beningi. Far out.
That's
All
good,
right.
I like that.
Let's finish off with a joke.
Okay.
This comedian's
All right.
called Jeff Throw. Have you heard of him?
who?
Yeah, I have actually.
He's
yes.
like he's either Irish.
It rings a bell. It definitely rings a bell.
Anyway, you'll hear
Jethro.
his voice, and this is one.
Oh,
of my-
Jethro.
Jeff Throw.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff
I've
Throw or
seen it.
Jethro?
Yeah, I've heard
He's
of
an
it.
old comedian.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think of it.
Well, you'll hear his voice. Let's have a listen to this. One of my favourite
Let's
jokes.
have a listen. Let's go.
I woke up yesterday morning and there's a gorilla in the tree in my garden, a bloody gorilla. So I rung Payne Zoo. I said, there's a bloody gorilla in my garden. They said, we'll send out the gorilla catcher. Oh, well. Well, when he come, he had a dog, a pair of handcuffs, and a shotgun. I said, what do you do? Well, he said, what I do is I climb the tree, and I shake the tree until the gorilla fall out, and then this dog is trained to bite his knackers. And he bites his knackers, and he squeezes his knackers that tight, and eventually, with the pain, the gorilla will go like that. When he does, you put the handcuffs on. I said, you're gonna shake the bugger out of the tree, and that bloody thing with them great teeth is gonna bite his knackers? Shit. I said, what's the shotgun for? He said, if I fall out the tree, shoot the dog.
Oh, dearie me.
He's a funny man, that bloke. He's a funny man.
Didn't want to castrate himself.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it. So that's it for Market Cuts. Proudly, oh no, we can't.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
This is just a little get-together show that we...
Yeah, so the bit, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Bit of a get-together, a bit of a catch-up.
Hope everyone's well. You got any shout-outs you want to...
No, not really. I didn't really.
I got one.
We saw John Holden.
I got two.
At the... Is it John Holden? Yep, we saw
Johnny
Holden there,
yep.
but yeah, he
Rob Galicchio,
he was there. Yep. Can't not see him. Who else did? Oh, Dino.
Dino.
I want to put the photo up. I know I haven't sent it to you, but
but you put it up on.
It's on the Instagram. But for those who haven't seen, who don't have Instagram, Dino, who's a big Carlton supporter, and he's one of the characters at the club.
Sickness.
They just love him. Everyone loves him. And you can hear him from a mile away as well.
Yeah.
Calm down, Dino. He talks about himself in the third person.
He does. Yeah, that's right.
He's an icon of the club.
Yeah, no,
love him.
Funny.
So
part of the cheer squad, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does get down there and does do stuff with the floggers.
Squad,
and the players love him. True. It's hard not to like him.
A true Carlton man.
Yes.
Carlton supporter.
And the other person I wanted to give a shout out to, I just followed him back on Twitter, Pat Bianchi, who I met at the beach the other day. It's Carlton shorts on.
Again, you're erected.
Sorry, Pat. Met him at the beach. He was down there at Safety Beach, Ramada Way, and sort of recognised, and he said, he goes, yeah, I follow him on Twitter. I was talking to a few mates of mine. He goes, yeah, I follow him on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, it's me. Hang on, mate. And we kicked it off, had a really good chat.
Oh, good.
And yeah, he's a really nice guy. He was there with his wife and all that. He's got, I think he was saying he's got 2 daughters who are both crazy Carlton and all that.
Yeah.
So, to Pat and the wife, hello,
nice.
How are you? Hope you're doing well, mate. So, I'll probably see you. I'll flick you a message on Twitter. I'll probably see you at the Pracky game against Collingwood.
Yeah, there is a practice game.
He's one of those ones he was saying, he goes, oh, yeah, I'll be there. I've just got to do my work schedule and all that. I'll be there.
Yeah.
That's when you know you've got
issues,
serial problems like us.
Do we miss a game?
Not really, no.
And you work during the day. Oh well, you're working but you're not going to miss any games.
Not likely, no.
Nah, unless they're playing Sunday at midnight.
No, but they all look pretty. Pretty simple to me.
You leave at the end of the game and you go to work.
We've got a pretty nice draw. We've only got a couple of. It looks like at the first half we've only got like a few Sundays there.
No, we do well. So
we did really well.
Yeah, no, exciting.
No exciting
So
stuff.
to all those who've seen us at training, a couple of people got some photos with us. Some young fellas.
No.
One of the young. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the young fellow who come up to us. He was asking,
that's
Terry
right.
here, he's Pommy.
Yeah, that's
Can't remember his name now. So if you do, just message us.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Shout out to Argentina and shout out to Djokovic.
Yes. Well, Djokovic is a big one. Argentina's good, but Djokovic, I love
Argentina funded Japan for me.
well, that's true too. You got the thing, but I'm just saying the win by the Joker.
Well done, bravo, Novak.
One word. Karma.
He stuck it up.
Hoo-ha.
Stuck it right up him. I loved at the end, the finish when he just looked up.
Yeah.
He looked up, and what did he do?
Yeah. The world works in mysterious ways, my friend.
No, he's a champion.
Bloody oath.
He's a champion. He's a true champion.
The GOAT.
What about the people? Yeah, the GOAT in tennis. What about the people that that was saying he was faking a.
Even if it was mind games.
Whatever.
But
who cares?
Is this what we're getting to? You know,
That's right. They're just putting other people in front of him now.
Who
They
cares?
have to pull other people out, like Steffi Graf, and she's got more this and that now. It's like, come on, man. Just let the bloke have his time.
mate. That second week, fuck, he was devastating.
If you want to see mentality, mate, get
Devastating.
him in to talk to Carlton.
Far out, mate.
Far out.
Come from a war-torn country. Had it
Devastating.
real tough. Like
I did see.
he's a motivation.
I saw this little clip of.
I think he's I thought his speech at the end was impressive,
fantastic.
to be honest. And
He's
it hit
always spoken.
but it can hit home to like some people. You know, if you're unfortunate and you come out of those
100%.
war-torn countries, even if you come from
Serbia,
nothing,
they don't even play
people
do
come
they
from
know what
nothing.
Tennessee's over there.
Nah. But people come from nothing. Yeah, you can take inspiration from it.
100%, man.
People just don't like him because of how he's portrayed. But anyway,
You
he's
know,
the guy.
I can't remember, but I saw this little clip about either a reporter or something who was talking when he was first coming up. He was speaking to like top 10 players and they were going, like Federer and Rafa.
They'll never catch him.
Mate, it's hard to like beat these two,
He had one.
And he spoke to him and he said, I'm going to beat him.
Yeah.
And that was a young
Novak.
joker. Yeah. Young
That's what the
joker
blue
said-
bags have got to do, mate.
Yeah, this is what we're saying.
Geelong.
Like, say it, put it out there, mate. This is what we're going
Geelong,
to do.
Sydney,
Self-belief.
Brisbane.
100%.
coming
And
for
never
you.
give up.
Nah.
Never give up. And that's the thing about his game. First of all, he's so precise. If you look how much of the court he uses.
But people
goes
go, he
so
doesn't
wide.
have, weapons, mate. That forehand
weapon?
and that backhand, unreal.
Every shot's a weapon.
Oh, mate, unreal.
But the other thing he does, to me, the two things is he uses the whole court, right? If you look at his shots, right, look, man, he's hitting that line, man. He hits that line that much. The bloke's getting the ball, he's hitting the line. The other thing is, he always makes you play another shot.
That's what I was just going to say.
It makes you unforced errors every time.
100%.
Just look at the opponent's numbers and they're always astronomical.
100%.
They're more than the other game they played.
And that's
every
the difference
time.
between a champion, even a champion team,
And a
mate,
journeyman.
They make you do that extra
shot.
thing, mate, or that extra shot, or in football that extra thing, man.
Correct.
They're going to make you run a little bit harder,
Exactly.
even if you think you can't catch them. You run like you're going to catch them.
Fear of doubt, perceived pressure.
So that's
all
what
it
it's
is.
all about.
So good first get together, lads.
I think so. So what we'll do is
Not an official.
what we'll do
it's
is
a nice
maybe
little
we'll do a
catch-up.
couple more before the official start. We're probably going to get one or two people on just to get into the start
Player
of the season.
preview, all that kind of
A
stuff.
player preview, and then we'll get stuck into it. So yeah. So hope everyone enjoyed it.
Yes,
Thank you, boys.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Always.
And how do we finish it?
Go
Blues.
You tough? Well, I don't know what that means. I wouldn't. Tough? Do I look tough? I guess I don't know. Tough getting through life. You got to be tough, I guess. We're all tough. How do you mean tough?
Cope. At coping. That's what
toughness. I think what comes from toughness is because you're trying to cover something, isn't it? Usually, a certain sensitivity, a certain vulnerability. That's tough.